This is simulation for Excel 3A, and you can see that there are 12 things that we need to do. So again, the first one here is to make sure that you're using absolute value. So we're going to go into cell D5, and it gives us a formula to divide C5 by C11. So I'm going to hit the equal sign, and you can either type in C5 or you can just click here. Then all you need to do is hit the divide, and we're going to click here, which is C11. Make sure that you hit F4 or you type in the dollar signs yourself. F4 is just a shortcut. So there we go. That means when we go down, it's always going to be C11, but the next one will be C6, C7, and so on. So it gives us kind of an ugly looking thing. Let's copy it down to 10. So we want to format it to percent with 0. So I'm just going to click on the number sign here to bring up the drop down. I'm going to go to percent. Now notice it says 2. So all I have to do is change it to 0. And that looks a lot nicer. 17%, 8, 18. So we want to format to and then center it. So I'm going to click here. Now remember, this is middle and this is center. Select the range A5 to A10. And then we want to control click, and that will also select C5 to C10. And we're going to create a pie chart. So that's really easy to do. We're just going to click insert. Forget about this donut and all that other stuff. Just go and do all charts, which is here. And you'll see the all charts. And then here's a pie. So we're going to click on pie. And all we need to do is click on the 3D pie over here. And you're good to go. That's the way I do it. I just find it's the easiest way to do it. So it's going to create it wherever it creates it. Then we're going to move it to a new location. So we can either click on Move Chart up top here, or we can right-click and choose Move Chart. So it gives you an option. Do you want to put it in the right over here, object in here? Do you want to create a new sheet? So let's create a new sheet, and we'll call it Expenditures Chart.
Professor, is there any way that you can go over the first step? Because I keep trying to do it and it says that like I'm doing something wrong.
Okay, when after I finish, I'd be more than happy to.
Okay, alrighty. Sorry about that.
No apology necessary. I'm just trying to learn how to spell.
Alright, okay.
Which obviously the spelling is winning and I'm losing. So let's see how that works. So you are always welcome to join along with me. But I probably won't be able to stop to help you. But at the very end, we can go over anything that you're having an issue with. So just go and skip that one, and we can always go back to it. So we're going to change the chart title. So I'm going to select this to make sure it disappears. And we'll type in Enterprise Fund Expenditures. And don't hit the enter key because it'll just create a blank line. Just click anywhere outside. Then we want to format it, and we're going to use Word Art Styles. So let's go to Format. And here's our Word Styles. Word Art Styles. We want to be in the first row, the last style. If it doesn't change it, then just select it first. Here it's working just well. Then we want to change the font size. The easiest way to change the font size in the title is just to right click and choose font, and it wants us to go to 32, so I'll type in 32, click on OK. I don't think it wants us to do anything else, and just click anywhere outside. So now we're going to the right of the chart, click Chart Elements and Legend. So you'll see what that does. When you click this over here, the chart elements, you have a whole bunch of stuff up here. So it wants us to get rid of the legend. So we want to clear that. Then we want to put in data labels, which you'll see what they are in a minute. So let's click on, click more options. Let's see. Point to the data labels here. Here is our more options. And we want to select the category name, which is here. So this will let us know we want the category name. We can do value percentage and a whole bunch of other things in here. So let's see what else they want. They want the percentage. And then we need to get rid of any other checkbox, which is value and show leader lines. So notice that it's got the title of the label and then the percent that it's there. When, see, under the label position, we're going to choose center, which is right here. Means center here. It's not centering the parking in the middle of the box. And then it wants us to close the lane. With the data label selected, right click and choose font size 11 and bold italic. So let's go to font. And make sure that you're not just choosing bold, but bold italic. And then we want to change it to 11. So I'll just type in 11 here. Click on OK, and let's see what happens. Okay, on the format data series, we're going to apply the first bevel effect. So there's different ways of doing the same thing. But in order to get to the format data series for it to work properly, you need to double click here. And then it wants us to go to, let's see where it was. So we have it actually not working, the first bevel effect in here. So if this does not work for you properly here, then we'll close this because that's data point actually. So let's close this here and see what Series 1 data labels. And then let's try it again. So here's our size and properties. And here is our options for, like if you want a shadow, glow, soft edges. Here's our text ops in here. Here's our size. Here's our alignment. So you can see all the different things that you have here. And this is fill and border. So if you're not sure where to go for this over here, what you want to do is you want to go and use your video, and I'll show you again how important that really is. So I'm going to close this here, and let's right click on this, and let's try, we don't want to do format data point, we want to do the actual data series. So that's important. If you're not getting exactly what you want to, and you'll see this here later on when we change the angle of the first slice and the pie in here. So again, if this does not work and you're struggling with it, and charts can be a little bit tricky, so let's go into our learning age and let's just watch the video and see what they tell us to do.
On any pie slice, point anywhere outside of the label and double-click to display the format.
Okay, that's what I was telling you about.
Right. In the Format Data Series pane, in the three buttons under Series Options, click the second button, Effects. Click 3D Format. Click the top bevel arrow.
Okay, so that's when you can't find something there. So that's why I wanted to show you what to do when you have it in here. So we want to be in here. And we want 3D format because it really doesn't give you the actual thing that you want to do in here. It doesn't tell you to go to 3D format. So don't be afraid to do that. So let's go to 3D format, and we want to change the top to this. Now I've noticed that it stays on this, but it should work. So now we have a top bevel, and we're going to change this to 512. And we also need to change this to 512. Then for the bottom bevel, we're going to do the same. and 512. Oops. And 512. So this looks good. Now we're going to go to material. Kind of looks like a frisbee. We're going to go to material and we're going to choose under, let's see, we want plastic. So change the surface. I must be in the wrong spot. Let's see. Material. Change the surface material. So let's go back here. And I'm not seeing it. So let's go here as plastic. Under standard. There we go. Alright. I knew I could do this. So I tend to do these things without actually looking at the instructions. So we want to apply the perspective below shadow in the first row. So how do we do that? Let's go to shadow again, and here is our presets in here. So let's try the first row and let's see if that works. So we want below, we want under the first row the third style. So if this does not work, you're going to want to go to, so you can see that it's not right. In the pie chart below, click the preset in here. So the issue is we can go and click in here and see what's happening. If you're not sure where to go, again, you want to apply the perspective below preset shadow under perspective, the first row, the third column. So again, if you're clicking on things and you're not finding where they're supposed to be, so this is no shadow, outer, and oh, perspective, look at that. So, you know, again, the point being, make sure that you're using the slider as well. So now I'm trying to show you little ways that when things are not working, what to do. So it wants us to do the first row, the third shadow, which is here. Alright, format the data series pane under series options, change the angle of the first slice. So again, where is that? So we're going to click on these here till we get it. And we're not seeing anything here. This is text over here, so now we're good. So again, you have these three options here. If you're not seeing what you're looking at, just keep clicking all three. If you're still not seeing it, go to your videos in here. But you can see this is the format data series pane, so you know you're in the right one. So the angle of the first slice is going to be 250. And when you see the pie explosion, that's going to be kind of neat. So we're actually going to explode the waterfront one. So we want to explode. Now, when you do it in Excel, you have to click on the waterfront twice. In this particular simulation, you don't. But if you just click one time, it selects all of the slices. Here in the simulation, it's only selecting the waterfront. So bear that in mind. So the point explosion is going to be 10%. And that looks kind of neat. With the waterfront still selected, go to series options, and we want to fill to expand. So let's go to the, with the waterfront in there, format data point. We want to click fill in line, which is this. And then we're going to click fill. And then we want gradient. And the preset is going to be the fourth row last gradient. Is it first row? Let's see. In the fourth row. 3, 4. So that looks kind of nice. We are 3/4 done. Or 2/3 done. Click in the pie chart area to choose format data chart area. So just click anywhere in here. Notice this format chart area. Under fill, we want to click the gradient fill. And I think that looks kind of nice. The one that they're going to have you might not be as nice as this one. In the presets, we're going to do the fourth row, first gradient. So preset, we want to do the fourth row, first gradient. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that looks kind of nice, although the blue kind of conflicts with the blue. And then in the border section, which is here, we are going to create a solid line, and then we are going to change the color to the first color. So here's color, and let's see, click the color arrow in the fourth column, the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need to change the width to 5. And then we're going to close the pane. Alright, we want to display the enterprise fund expenditure sheet, which is here. And we're going to change the value of C5 to 18121 something or other. So C5 is 18121.067. And when you do that, it will reflect in the chart. So let's look at the expenditures chart, and that should affect and update these. On enterprise fund expenditures, we're going to select D5 to D10. So this is D5 to D10. And we want to increase the decimal places by 2. So this is 1, and that's 2. And then now we're going to do goal seek in here. So that is, what do we have to get for one cell to have another cell equal this value? So we're going to go to the data group, and we're going to go to what if, and you can see these different scenarios that you have. So it wants us to do a goal seek, and we want to sell C11. So let's see, click C11 on the data tab. So this will be C. And for these to set C11, so this is the set, so we want C11, and the value is going to be 100 million, and we're going to do that by changing C10. So here is C10. So when we click OK, you'll see what will happen. So that means it just updates this to be what it wants. So you can see that it changed it to 9 something or other. Click on OK, and we're done. This is the last one on the enterprise expenditure sheet. Insert a footer. So enterprise sheet here, we're going to go to footer, which is in page layout, and I like to use this here to get to it. So here is our header and footer, custom footer, and we want to put in the file name, which is right here. Notice it just puts in ampersand file. Click on OK, and let's see if it wants us to do anything else. Return the worksheet to normal view, which it looks good. Apparently I did not do something. Return, let's see. And center it horizontally. So we need to go to margins and center horizontally. Click on OK. On the expenditures chart, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to insert a file name in the footer. And click on OK and OK. And then we're going to group the worksheets just by right-clicking and choosing Select All Sheets. And then we're going to print it. So let's click on Print. And here is our print preview by clicking on Print. And then all we want to do is view the sheet. So we're going to click on this down here to go to the next page. And we're done. That is everything. So, hopefully this was helpful for you.